No speaker's election took place. He was not a member of, there was a seat for in the Legislative Council which had to be, he had to be elected from that seat. He wouldn't hold the election for almost 6 months. This tells you, how constitutional authorities are acting. First you swear in somebody, he resigns the next morning, or then you have this problem. The BJP has been attempting to create divisions within the Shiv Sena, 20th June 2020, in the recently conducted MLC election, wherein despite having the requisite number of MLAs on its side, the MVA alliance led by Shiv Sena lost a seat to the BJP. This was because of cross-voting within the MVA and particularly within the Shiv Sena at the behest of the BJP. I'm not going to rely on these facts, because this is disputed. So these facts I'm not going to rely on. It was widely reported in the media that Eknath Shinde, who was then the Cabinet Minister of Urban Development and Public Works, has along with certain others delinquent MLAs of the Shiv Sena gone into hiding in the BJP-ruled neighboring state of Gujarat. Then 21-6, these are the undisputed facts that now start. To contain and allay the apprehensions that were arising in the party post the MLC elections, an urgent meeting of the Shiv Sena Legislative Party was called on the 21st of June. Eknath Shinde, along with certain other delinquent MLAs, did not attend the above-mentioned meeting, dated 21st of June. The party resolved in the said meeting to remove Eknath Shinde from the position of the leader of the Shiv Sena Legislative Party and appoint Adv Chaudhary instead. Now, this is interesting because this is a matter which your lordships has to constitutionally consider. So a faction which is a legislative party decides that I will change the whip. Constitutionally impermissible. Then, the decision, Eknath Shinde, along with certain other delinquent MLAs, did not attend the meeting. Party resolved in the said meeting to remove Eknath Shinde from the position of leader of Shiv Sena and appoint Shri Adv Chaudhary instead. The decision to remove Eknath Shinde was communicated by Uddhav Thackerey to the Honorable Deputy Speaker. After due verification, the Deputy Speaker accepted the change of leadership of Shiv Sena in the House. The reason why this happened was, because, as your Lordship knows, he had to be a member of the Legislative Council because there was no seat in the Assembly. So the then Chief Minister became a member of the Legislative Council. Therefore, in the meantime, somebody had to be appointed, as the leader of the House, because they were the treasury benches. So Eknath Shinde was the leader of the House. And he was removed from his position of leadership by decision of the party. And the Deputy Speaker was told about it and he accepted it. In the larger interest of the party, it was thought fit to call for another legislative party meeting to give one more opportunity to the MLAs who were absent in the meeting on 21st June to show their loyalty and support to the original political party. Hence, another meeting of the SSLP was called. Individual notices were issued to all the MLAs of the Shiv Sena, and it was made adequately clear that, quote, failure to participate in the meeting without providing valid and adequate reasons in writing, communicated in advance to the underside, will result in consequential action against you under the relevant provisions of the Constitution. So they were told. On 22nd of June, despite the importance of the meeting called on 22nd June, aimed at consolidating the SSLP's strength to contain any possible horse trading, several dissident MLAs did not attend the meeting. Instead, the delinquent MLAs sitting in BJP-ruled states sent communications rejecting the holding of the meeting as illegal, which itself shows that those MLAs had been working contrary to the diktats of the original political party. 22nd of June, Sunil Prabhu, in the capacity of Chief Whip, responded to the communication dated 22nd of June of the delinquent MLAs rejecting the reasons given for their absence from the SSLP meeting as an afterthought, frivolous, backdated, and proof of them acting contrary to the interests of the original political party. That's the notice that your lordships read, 21st of June, dated 21st of June, received on 22nd of June at 11:30 a.m., but dated 21st June. Eknath Shinde wrote to the Deputy Speaker communicating his appointment as leader. So now, the legislative party or a majority of the legislative party can decide who they're going to be the leader of the party in the House, of the party, sitting in Assam. 22nd of June, simultaneously a purported notice for removal of Deputy Speaker Narhari Zirwal under Rule 11 of the Maharashtra Assembly Rules, read with 179, was received at the Legislature Secretariat, expressing no confidence in the Deputy Speaker. Notice was hand-delivered by an unknown courier and not by any MLA. It is also relevant to note that none of the purported signatories of the notice had personally delivered any such notice, nor it was sent through the registered email address of any of them. The Shiv Sena Legislative Party in its meeting took note of Shri Eknath Shinde and rebel MLAs and the fact that they had indulged in anti-party activities and were trying to destabilize the MBA government. In view of this, it was resolved that the Shiv Sena Legislative Party meeting at the then CM's residence, that necessary legal action shall be taken under the 10th schedule against the errant MLAs. Now, who is CM? CM Maharaj is a member of the Legislative Council. He is also the Param Pramukh, Paksh Pramukh. So he is the political leader. He is the one who decides. 23rd of June, Sir Sunil Prabhu filed disqualification petitions under Para 21A, seeking disqualification of Eknath Shinde and 15 other delinquent MLAs of Shiv Sena. 24th of June, it was widely published in the news reports that the rebel MLAs led by Eknath Shinde were acting in collusion with BJP, and their entire logistical arrangement in Guwahati was made by the BJP leaders. 24th of June, Secretary of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly received an email from an advocate named Vishal Acharya attaching notice for removal of the Speaker dated 21st of June. On the same day, the Secretary of the Assembly communicated the decision of the Deputy Speaker to the email of Vishal Acharya, refusing to take on record the communication dated 22nd of June until the genuineness and veracity of any such communication and its signatories was ascertained. 25th of June, one of the dissident MLAs, Deepak Kesarkar, in a live interview declared that the dissident MLAs had formed a new group and named it Shiv Sena Balasaheb, and had also announced that they will have a separate leader whip, office, and everything else, just like a party has. 25th of June, Honorable Speaker, after due verification, was pleased to issue notices to the delinquent MLAs under Rule 6 of the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly disqualification on ground of defection rules 86, read with the 10th schedule of the Constitution, asking the delinquent MLAs to file their replies by 5:30 on the 27th of June 2022. On 25th of June, the National Executive meeting of the Shiv Sena was held. The said meeting was attended by over 163 representatives of the National Executive, and the leadership of Uddhav Thackerey as the President of Shiv Sena was unanimously and equivocally accepted by the National Executive. 25th of June, Sunil Prabhu filed an additional affidavit in the disqualification proceedings inter alia, containing the media reports that showed the hobnobbing of the delinquent MLAs with BJP leaders. 25th of June, Sunil Prabhu filed disqualification petitions against 2 independent MLAs and 1 MLA belonging to the Prahar Jan Shakti Party. The petition against the independent MLAs were filed on the ground that they gave up their independent status by taking part in the resolution dated 21st of June, passed by the rebel MLAs, and signing the said resolution on the letterhead of SSLP. Also, the ground taken against BJP MLA was that the said MLA voluntarily gave up membership of his original political party by taking part in the said resolution dated 21st June and by signing the same on the SSLP letterhead. 27 June, issuance of the notice of 25th June by the Honorable Deputy Speaker came to be challenged by the 16 MLAs, including Shri Eknath Shinde, who filed a writ petition under 32. The said court, the Honorable Court, by the interim order dated so-and-so, in writ petition so-and-so, was pleased to, in the interim, direct this. Thus, meanwhile, as an interim measure, the time granted by the Deputy Speaker of the Assembly to the petitioners or other similarly placed members of the legislative party to submit their written submissions up to today today 5:30 p.m. is extended till 12/7. Well, just kindly note the language here as an interim measure. They have not filed a reply till date. We are now in February 2023. They have not filed a reply. Now, Malaj, prior to this, prior to the passing of this judicial order, Malaj, all that happened was happening outside of Bombay, outside of Maharashtra, in a state in the northeast. And by whom? By these members of the Legislative Assembly, that's all. There was no party in sight. There was no meeting of any party. Nobody called for a meeting of the party. And these are undisputed facts, Malaj. These are not disputed facts. Can the 10th schedule countenance a situation where, because of whatever reasons, Malaj, we don't want to go into it, a majority or even a minority of MLAs are just, Malaj, let's forget the majority, Malaj. Supposing a minority, you don't sometimes need the majority to topple a government. You'd only need a minority. Supposing it's a minority, Malaj, and the minority outside the state of Maharashtra says, I have formed. I am the political party. And then a judicial order is passed, Malaj, on a disqualification petition. Then no. If a petition is filed, you can file your reply after 10-15 days, Malaj. In the meantime, the minority gets in touch, Malaj, with the other party, topples the government, a new chief minister is appointed. Can you ever imagine that the 10th schedule would allow that? Can it ever be countenanced, Malaj? This is harakiri. This is legislative harakiri. Political harakiri. And you can't interpret the 10th schedule, Malaj, in this particular fashion to allow an elected government to fall. That's why I said it is judicial orders of this court that resulted in this. Then, Malaj, 27th of June, as several other members of the SSLP had also openly indulged in anti-party activity. Now, can anybody say, Malaj, that this is not anti-party or this is not giving up membership of the party? One of you sitting there say that we are forming a new party called